third quarter, brought to you by FCA Lacrosse. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes is committed to developing three-dimensional athletes and coaches who want to fulfill their God-given potential mentally, physically, and spiritually. For more information on FCA summer teams, camps, and other ways to get involved, check out FCALax.com. Haverford wins the opening faceoff, third quarter, tied 3-3. Ford's on the road here at Loyola. Haverford in their road maroons. Loyola home whites with the white trunks. Booker Corrigan and Ty Zanders, thanks for joining us here on CUDA.com, presented by Royal Farms. Slick Sammy Rohr, top center. Comes out lefty. And Casey Capinos, everything advertised. Just an athlete who does things well.
Sort of built like a fullback.
Rigo comes up, gets it to Blinn, and back to Rohr. Sammy Rohr gets it on the inside, looking to pull out lefty with a shot. Can't get it, delivers it to McNamara. Shot, a great poke check by the Loyola defense. Shot will be backed up by Gavin McBride. And Haverford still running offense. They won the time of possession battle in the second quarter, as well as here early going third quarter. Ball pinballs out of the stick of Henry Blinn. Thomas comes up with it and gets a flag. You could see the choppies. And Loyola will substitute their goaltender into the game, number 16, Henry Walker. Gotta love those easy names. Thomas, Walker, Blinn, Rohr. Anybody could do those.
Well, the penalty is a personal foul. Haverford will be extra man for up to 1 minute.
1 minute slashing call against goaltender Chris Thomas. Reminds me of the time Eric Oros had to come fill in for Tyler Fiorito in the Calvert Hall game. He was a little nervous.
You've got a beautiful memory, Booker.
Thank you.
We saw Loyola man up, have some success. We'll see if Haverford can get some of the same.
Hupfeld getting it, spinning it down. Blinn. Yes, sir. Henry Blinn.
Sweeping the ice.
And 4-3, Haverford now with the man up. Just a little left side roll off. Gets the ball from Sammy Rohr and goes high to high. And you have to also credit Haverford for just generating a shot. You got a goaltender in there who hasn't gone through a whole lot in Walker. And now Thomas back in the cage after serving the bulk of his slashing foul.
You never want to throw in a cold goaltender into the action, whether it's a foul or an injury.
And Will Gorell comes up with the face-off win, quickly delivers it over to Paxton Moore. Shot backed up by Gavin McBride. Gavin McBride, just one of those guys with an athletic IQ. He has that IQ piece, coach's son, that sort of component to his game. And a great player efficiency rating. Not a lot of turnovers.
No surprise to see why he's going to Princeton. Early available to the Tigers. Sort of efficient like your man Taylor Michael was last year.
Yes. Rigo gets it up top to Blinn. Excuse me, Timmy. Good old Timmy Brooks. Here's Blinn on the near side. Outside roll, and he gets it quickly over to Kerry Kynett. Little hesitation move, shot just wide. Thomas was on that one. And I'll tell you, beautiful day like this, everybody's got to make sure they have their motive pure in them. But we also want to let you know, promotional consideration brought to you by BD Diagnostics. Never too early to consider STD testing. BD Diagnostics. .47 to go, third quarter. CUDA.com Game of the Week brought to you by the great people at Royal Farms. The friendly folks at Royal Farms. Kerry Kynette moving it after the dodge and replace, gets it over to Timmy Brooks. And Loyola playing great team defense right now. What a save by Thomas. Riley Hupfeld spins and moves it. Now we get a intensity picking up all over the field. J.G. Hahn all over the Riley Hupfeld on the end line.
And Booker, I just cannot say enough about those Loyola Blakefield, D. Middies, Casey Capinos, right there, J.G. Hahn, Bennett Bradley. Those guys have just been making some huge plays, giving the Dons the ball, getting those ground balls.
And long stick on long stick. That's the matchup that Haverford wants. Riley Hupfeld comes up with the loose ball, moves it quickly to Mike O'Malley. And Haverford, long stickman, Paxson Moore comes up with the loose ball, and now Haverford back on offense.
And Booker, no matter the outcome, I think the Dons will probably hit Monday practice with heavy emphasis on some clears. They've struggled there, as we saw Haverford get the ball back. And you can't win a game if you don't clear well.
And when you say Monday practice, we pronounce that Wednesday, because today's Tuesday.
I'm thrown off, man. I'm thrown off.
It's the daylight savings
every
and
day's
the
a weekend,
sunny
man.
day. Yeah. Every day's a holiday, every meal's a banquet, right? Hey, that's a quick shout out for my twins, Shane and Tucker McBride. They love stuff like that. Every day's a holiday, every meal's a banquet. I love Monday practice. You mean they're off the rest of the week? It is spring break. I know you're off the rest of the week. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're up to, Ty?
I won't get into that. Just take a little trip to Miami.
Taking your talent, that's so overused.
I'm taking my talents to South Beach.
Overused. And Loyola's Luke Morrison comes up with the clear. Connor Dalton taking a couple man-sized chops. And the ball jarred loose. Mike O'Malley doing the bulk of the work there along with Scott Warren. Warren comes up with it. And O'Malley back to Will McNamara. Inside feed, knockdown, caught right out of the air. T.J. Neubauer. Neubauer coming up with the pickoff. And McNamara, no shortage of effort there. Shot, goal, huge play. Connor Dalton. Tied up 4-4 here at Loyola. Royal Farms bringing you everything you need in a great game.
Dalton backing his man down. Maybe ill-advised shot, but hey, he buried it, so it doesn't matter anymore.
And I totally agree with you, Ty. It was an ill-advised shot, except for the fact that he, at the moment of truth, he planted his feet and released it with power. Because it looked to me like it was going to be a half-hearted toss towards the goal, but he certainly buried that.
And Dalton, absolutely one of the best shooters in the league.
The flag down near side. Will Gorel comes up with it for Haverford, steps in and out. And now Haverford will go back on the man up. Third quarter action brought to you by BD Diagnostics, as well as KTBS Payroll and FCA Lacrosse. Fellowship of Christian Athletes, committed to developing the three-dimensional athletes and coaches who want to fulfill their God-given potential mentally, physically, and spiritually. For information on FCA, summer teams, camps, and other ways to get involved, check out FCALax.com. And as I say that, inside feed goal, they caught the Loyola defense napping a little bit.
Us too.
Yeah. You usually see teams on the man up move the ball around a little bit. Not the case there. Inside feed shot, goal.
Number 32, Gavin McBride, assisted by number 9, Henry Blinn.
McBride finishing it. Henry Blinn inside feed. Veteran play right there. Violation again. This time it's Bennett Bradley. 5-4 Haverford leads at Loyola. great game of the week. Thanks to the folks at Royal Farms. Feed save Thomas. You can see him getting into that save. Big play. And pass picked off. Slick Sammy Rohr. And another flag goes down. Ball now outside the box. We will learn of the foul.
Booker, is it Bastille Day?
It is Bastille Day. Flags everywhere. Referee Carmen D. John Domenico makes no mistake about that one. Collapsing defense of Haverford.
Well, penalty pushing it is
But
a
now
technical
freshly
foul.
penalized.
Haverford will be extra man for up to 30 seconds.
30-second push. They need that quick hit. As you see, a wealth of Division I college coaches over on the far side. Hopkins represented by Bob Benson and Bill Dwan. Shot save off the top of the iron. Zach Rigo getting his recommended daily allowance of iron right there. Hard bouncer. Inside feed, shot, goal. Great feed by Gavin McBride. Great finish by Riley Hupfelt. 6-4 Fords. Credit the man up with moving the ball efficiently.
Cannot let Haverford get a 2-goal lead, and I'm sure the Dons don't want that in their home turf.
Little adversity right now for the Loyola Dons. And they need to get a face-off in where there's no procedural violation as well. Been too many of those today. Goral again wins the face-off. Zach Rigo comes up with it, pushes it around to Mike O'Malley. Third quarter promotional consideration by BD Diagnostics. Log on to bd.com and learn about checking and testing for STDs. Never too early to think about those things. Make sure that you have all your bases covered. That's why BD Diagnostics is a part of the game of the week. Henry Blinn with a step, but there's that communication. Great team defense by Loyola. Rigo behind the cage. Gavin McBride gets it up top to Blinn. Blinn rolls and comes out, D'd up by Casey Capinos. I just don't think you're going to beat Casey Capinos.
Nope.
You're not going to beat him clean. He's going to get a piece of you, and he's going to funnel you to the outside. Evidence of just tremendous coaching. McBride working behind the cage. Sammy Rohr gets it over to Blinn. And Blinn with a backside pass gets knocked to the turf by Cole Luthi. You gotta love a Loyola kid named Cole.
Why is that?
My son Cole, an applicant to Loyola Blakefield. Rigo behind the cage. Haverford now slapped with a stall warning. Rigo comes around, shoots near side. Thomas holds the pipe well. 2:29 to go, third quarter. Haverford in their road maroons, Loyola home whites. Haverford has to keep it in the box now. You can see that butt end check, Bennett Bradley. Little pick and roll. Sammy Rohr and Gavin McBride. Shot, quick release by Henry Blinn. Stall warning still in effect. And again, I talked about some of those great coaches on the far sideline. I saw Drexel's Connor Ford over there, Maryland's Kevin Warren, Benson and Dwan, Jay Dyer. a creative little play on the dive move by Bennett Bradley, but it's going to be Loyola ball. 1:45 to go, third quarter. Stall warning still in effect. It remains in effect for the length of the possession. Riley Hupfeld with the shot. Saved by Thomas. Casey Capinos comes up with it for the Don Diegos. The high pass off the stick of Ryan Gillis. And there's an example of Loyola's clearing game, just hitting for singles, making the easy passes. Shot, big save, Landman. Jake Landman comes up with it. And Loyola feeling it right now, getting the home crowd into it.
Second midfield out there for the Dons. We've got just under a minute left in the third quarter.
Here's Dissler driving hard at the cage, right-handed, releases one. No dice, backed up by Devin McNamara. Haven't heard a lot out of this Loyola attack. Haverford has dominated the time of possession here in the third quarter.
Booker, I think that was the key coming into the game. Which attack could make more plays so far? Haverford has done that. Connor Dalton's had a good game. Devin McNamara has won, I believe.
Inside feed, rebound. Dalton, as you just talked about, couldn't come up with it. And Jake Landman clamps it hard outside the crease, rakes it back into his own. And they have 27 seconds to work with here. Late third quarter, Cuda.com and Royal Farms bringing you great action. Errant feed and an errant scoop. But Loyola comes up with it. And they still have 10 seconds. Feed goes inside, knocked to the ground. Still have some time left. And now that'll be the end of the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by FCA Lacrosse. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes Lacrosse is committed to developing three-dimensional athletes and coaches who want to fulfill their God-given potential, mentally, physically, and spiritually. For more information on FCA summer teams, camps, or other ways to get involved, check out FCALax.com. You are watching Cuda.com and the Royal Farms Game of the Week. Great sponsors and great efforts by everybody involved, including Dual Cam Productions. Make Royal Farms your first stop before and after every game for everything from custom-built subs and wraps, healthy snacks, drinks, fresh brewed coffee, Western fries, and of course, Royal Farms' delicious, world-famous, fresh, never frozen chicken. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.